Listen to this. Those clicks are beats. They are called beats. Musical beats. Every single click you hear represents a solfa note. When I snap my hand, that is one solfa note, as in do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. So every snap represents a beat. Now let me show you how it is represented in the musical script, the songs you sing, so as we understand it better. Let's zoom to the whiteboard right now. Now, let us write our scale and divide every note in the scale with a beat, the representation of a beat. Now let's do it. Do represents a beat, 1, 2. Re, another beat, 1, 2. These are beat separations. Mi, 1, 2. Fa, 1, 2. So, la, ti, do. I hope you now understand. You're getting the picture, Abi. So the separation, those two dots are telling you that this is where a beat ends, right? A beat stops here. So do, the two dots says this beat has ended. The next note begins after those two dots. Re, then another two dots. So in the middle or in between two beats, or let's say if you have a dot here like we have on your screen, you have a dot here, two dots, and then you have another here, two dots. In the middle like this is what is called a beat, a full beat. And now the rate at which beats are placed is what you can call a tempo, or how fast or how slow beats are played is what you can call a tempo, right? So there are beats that come this way. You can say that's largo, but I'll show you later. And then there are beats that also come this way. There are beats that come this way. There are beats that come this way. And so on and so forth. So one of the apps you can use to understand beats better, musical beats, is the metronome. And so let's switch to the app now so as I show you what I'm talking about, okay? Now this is what a metronome looks like. It's an app on my phone. This is the name up here. Simple Metronome. Are you there? So if you want it, you go search it on Google Play. I'll put it on my screen right here so as you can see it and download it as well. So this metronome is what measures the beat. If you want to know your tempo, if you look down here, if you want to know how fast or how slow a song is, you have to look at the tempo of the song. When people compose a song, when composers compose a song, you'll see something like tempo. They might not write it tempo, but you see something like andante, largato, and so on, allegro. So this is where you can determine that right here. So I'm going to start this right now so as you hear how it sounds, okay? This is the start button right here. Oh my God, that is very slow, very, very slow. And the name of that tempo is called larghissimo, larghissimo. If you move further here on the line, you can see I just shifted here. It becomes larghetto, right? Right here, you can see larghetto. So you keep going further. The next one is what? Andante. Andante right here, it keeps getting faster. You go further, you have allegro. Now the beat is becoming danceable, right? If a music is this fast, you can dance it. So it goes further. Prestissimo, prestissimo, and so on and so forth. Prestissimo, that's faster than the normal prestissimo. So now let's stop this. If you look to your right here, you can see we have BPM. It says, or it represents, or this is just the short form of beats per minute or beats per mil, right? Now you can see that this is allegro right now, okay? And if you push it in front a little, or this is allegro right here. You push it in front a little, you can see the name here, right? If you push it in front, it is still allegro. You push it again, it is still allegro, which means allegro has different speed, right? There is a way a song will be fast, it will still fall under allegro. And there is a way a song will be slower, it will still be allegro. That is what this guy plays. That's the role of this guy, to tell you that this music is fast, but it is still allegro. It has not gone further like presto right here, right now, okay? It's fast, but it's still allegro. It's still in the range of allegro. Allegro has a specific range before it gets exhausted. So we also have moderato right here. They are all tempos. How fast do you want your song to be? So if you want, let's say allegro, and you want the beats per mil to be 131, you can set it right here. If you say, okay, I want allegro, but let it be a bit faster, okay? The normal allegro is a bit too slow. So the beats per mil should be at least 156 or 157. So you can shift it. The tempo will still be allegro, but the beats per mil will increase, which means the speed will also increase. Are you there? So let's go ahead now and listen to them, okay? We've listened to larghissimo, and largo is also a slower tempo, okay? So we can click on start right here. You can see that it's a bit faster because it has increased the number, right? The number here, just be looking here to see how the numbers increase, okay? So we go further. That's andante. You can see the names changing here. So every click you hear represents a beat. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So the more they become faster, the more the production of your notes, of your solfa notations becomes faster, okay? So let's go further. Moderato now. You see, it's getting faster, right? Let's go to allegro. If you look here, you can see the beats per minute increasing. That's allegro. It's getting to a danceable song, right? Like, it's faster. You can move your body to this. And then it keeps going to presto. It keeps going to prestissimo. And then prestissimo. Very fast, right? These are all languages. These are all languages, okay? You can check them out to know their meaning, but it just goes as slow, moderately slow, fast, moderately fast, and so on and so forth, okay? So now let's go back to our whiteboard. Let's wipe this off right now so as we can begin a different explanation, okay? Okay, now we have a plain board. What I want you to understand that a single note as this can be divided, okay? Let's say we have this as one beat, which is do, right? One beat. You can divide this into 4. Musical beats can be divided into 4. And so this can also be as do, do. That's for 2, right? So the time it takes you to say this note right here, it will take you the same time to say these two right here on the same tempo. If the song is on the same tempo and you have this, and then the next one has this before the two dot, this right here and this right here means the same thing. Okay, they all mean the same thing, which means this note here was simply divided into two before we had this sound. That's why we had this. And so the time it takes you to sound this note is the same time it will take you to sound this note. So the time you say do, someone who has this in their own part that they sing will also make the same sound in the same time interval. Do, 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 do. Hope you understand. So it's the same pace, and so this can be sung as do, 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 which means the same time it takes you to sound this is the same time it will take you to sound the next one, even though it's two notes, because it's just one beat divided into two. And so it goes on. Now let me show you another one. If you divide these ones or this a single note into three, this is what you will have. You will now have do, do, do. Now you now have commas, no longer full stops. Okay, if you want to divide it into three, you now have commas. Okay, so this now still represents one beat but divided into three. Hope you're getting it. So the time it will take you to sound do and do, do, it will take you the same time to sound do, 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 three do's. So these guys right here will take the same time to sound them. So do, 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 do. Hope you get it now. The same time, but the notes might be more. Hope you understand. I'm just trying to let you know that while this beats sound, many notes can come in. Hope you understand. It doesn't necessarily mean that one beat must be one note. So when you are timing yourself, know that three notes can enter in that beat at the same time. Hope you understand, but they will be faster. The production of the notes will be faster. Okay, so do, 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 all in the same time pace. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, please write it down in the comment section. I will attend to every question. Okay, and if you have not consumed my last class, I'll put it up for you, so as you go check it out, because this is a beginner course on software notations on those who decide to start the choir. Okay, like go into a choir. This will help you in understanding. So we will go further. Okay, let's not make the video too long. We will go further from here. So just try to understand this part, and then see you in the next class. Don't miss out. Okay, bye.